Hi, I'm Matt Parsons and you join me today at the mighty TODBER Manor fishery, where we are going to do something that is a little bit different than what you're probably expecting us to do, and we're going to catch some silverfish. So we're at our peg. This is peg 71 on the Ash Lake. This lake has had a total transformation over the winter. John and his team have netted it and took all the carp out, and they've made it a silverfish only lake. This is to cater for the anglers that don't want to come to TODBER and catch 200, 300, 400 pound of fish. So let's see how we get on today and hopefully catch some skimmers. Ground bait choice is a personal preference for a lot of anglers. You get your confidence, you build it up, and then once you've settled on one, you like to keep to the same thing. One ground bait that I struggled to really get on board with is from the Super Pellet range, the Power Green. There's been a lot going on recently with Sean Ashby, where he's caught a lot of fish on this. So we're going to give it a go today and just see if we can build that confidence up with a mix that you've before just decided that you don't really want to give a go. So the ground bait mix that Sean does is the Power Green and the Sweet Magic, both in the Super Pellet range. And what we're going to do is we're going to mix them together. Always measure exact quantities. So we're just going to do 50-50, 50 Power Green, 50% Sweet Magic. Get your handy drill, only needs a light whisk. It's only a small quantity, you don't need to do too much power. Measure the amount of water, and with this you want to mix it quite wet to start off with. So we'll do one bait box full, same of water. Now at the minute, it doesn't look that appetizing. We're going to give that, it's quite a bit stodgy, but we're going to give that a good 20 minutes and then we'll come back to it and we will see what it's like. Right, it's been 20 minutes. Come back to the ground bait. As you might be able to see there, it's pretty stodgy. So what that needs now is a little whisk up again. We'll make sure we get through it all. Now you can see it's a little bit more usable, as we would say. There's a lot of pellet content in the Super Pellet range, as obviously the name suggests. So what I like to do is sometimes I like to make sure that not all the micro pellets that are in it are used, because sometimes you can obviously foul hook where the fish come in, gill feed, and do a bit of everything. Spare bucket, riddle, pretty standard. I do about half. Making a bit of noise, this bucket. As you can see, it's leaving a lot of pellet. Just push it through as much as you can. It's still quite over wetted. This is what I like to do. Little nuggets like that with a lot more pellet in. Keep that and put that to one side. So you can put that into two different lines. You can have a nicely toned down pellet mix along with the heavily more claggy pellet mix. Let's get fishing. So how we've started the session is we've put in a couple little balls at about 11.5 metres. One end short at 6 metres, loose feeding some casters, and I've just put a couple little sloppy little nuggets in down the edge and just loose feeding casters and catching some nice roach while we settle, or let the other lines settle. You know, it's totally different than what I was like on this peg in Fishomania, just catching carp after carp. This is really, really different, and I'm guessing that's what TODBER want. They want to diversify, and you cannot beat this sort of fishing. Oh. We're literally just fishing a little tiny strung out rig or strung out bulk in, what's that, 2 foot of water, where you'd normally just hook carp after carp here. Loose feed some casters. And then hopefully catch some roach. We've had roach pushing almost a pound, which is good to see. You know, loads of this sort of stamp. Same as how it was with carp, bite after bite here, but a different type of person. So it'd be interesting to see if we can hook any decent skimmers down here. Obviously when it was a carp lake, you could catch skimmers amongst the carp. So now that there's very little carp left in the lake, it'd be interesting to see if the skimmer's still coming up in the warmer water, because it's a nice day today. The sun's been out and we've been getting plenty of bites, which is what TODBER is renowned for. Just loose feeding a few casters over the top. It's pretty much what it is, a bite of chat. You know, not massive roach by any standard, but just fish in the net. Just put a little nugget of slop. Hold it tight over the top. Elastic needs to go in a bit. And hopefully bites will be pretty instant. I don't like the look of that being out like that. So let's do that again. Lay it in, hold it nice and tight. Little indications. Wait for those positive bites. Obviously, I'm guessing you can still overfeed it. It's like anything, if you put too much bait in, you will start missing more bites. Oh, looks like liners there now. There might be a bigger fish there. Oh, on cue. I don't even think I know what I'm doing. Oh, that might be carp. I reckon we've probably hooked the carp that's been left in there. Let's see. Only fish at 08. That is definitely a carp. So there is some still in there. Just not the amount that there used to be. See if we can get it in for the camera. Oh, it's only a little 4-pounder. Might be a little bit bigger. Ooh. Just fishing Sensas latex. This is the 6 yellow. Give me a nice little run around. Keep the feet going in. I did call it though. I said there was a liner down there. I was hoping it was going to be a £3 bream, but it's going to be the species we're not here to catch. Fighting nice on light gear. Is it going to be in the mouth? Yep. There we go. Lovely fight. Ooh, come on. Look at that. Not what we're here for, but a TODBER mirror carp. Had a good, I'm going to say 30 to 40 minutes fishing short down the edge. Just going at 11.5 metres now, where I've put in some sloppy ground bait with some diced worms, casters, and the odd dead fluoro maggot. Just going to keep kinder potting little nuggets in with worm head and single or double caster on the hook, and just see if we can get some bigger skimmers. We had a nice run down the edge, which is always a good sign, and then hopefully we can go on this after we've rested it and catch some big skim bobs. Fishing pretty similar float to the edge, just a 0.3 Sensas with a strung out bulk, 0.14 main line to an 0.10 and an 18. Not the size, but it's a skimmer, which is a sign. Times like this in match situations, where if you keep catching down the edge, that's a bonus, because you don't want to be shipping out 11, 13, 14 metres, whatever you decide to do. Sometimes if you can catch them, the shorter you can catch them, the better. So just trying a bit of that power green and sweet fish meal magic mixed up in a sloppy little mix. I have done another line with it, a little bit of a drier mix, where I've put 2 proper balls in, just laced with casters. Little tap out. Hold the rig over, hopefully let it follow down. They have been catching on micros or 4 mils with, you know, expander on the hook. Catching those bigger skimmers on that. I think the match was even won yesterday on a feeder towards the far bank. So that obviously shows why we're catching in 2 foot of water down the edge. They're coming in that warmer water. It's all about picking and choosing your swims. And finding the one that works. or ideally find 2 that work. That could be a carp. Well, there's no carp left in there. Might be a big skimmer. Might be a foul hooked. Oh, yeah, look at this. Oh, a little carp, damn it. Liking this ground bait. Nice catching, little carp on natural ground bait, single caster over little nuggets of ground bait. Perfect. What a lovely couple of hours we've had on Ash. We've had probably 20-25 pounder skimmers, roach, perch, some hybrids. What more do you want on a commercial venue?